The Kansas Child Death Review Board is out with its annual report on infant mortality in the state. 12 News reporter Brock Wilson joining us live in studio with a look at what stands out in this year's report. Brock?
Yeah, Rachel, this year's Kansas Child Death Review Board report includes data from 2018 to 2022. Over those 5 years, the average infant mortality rate in Kansas went down, but the number of infant deaths was actually up in 2022. The majority of those infant deaths were natural, 75%. Other causes for death include unintentional injury, which would be things like sleep-related deaths, unintentional asphyxia. Those made up 24% of deaths over that span. Now, the good news, Kansas Infant Deaths and SIDS Network says those sleep-related deaths actually went down in 2022. Here are the causes of death that went up.
In 2022, there were about 210 babies that died of a variety of issues. The leading causes of infant death are generally congenital anomalies, prematurity, and sleep-related death. And so prematurity and congenital anomalies increased.
Kansas Infant Death and SIDS Network Director Christy Shunn says there are several steps you can take to prevent prematurity and congenital anomalies. They include early and adequate prenatal care, avoiding tobacco use, home visitations from nurses and social workers, and Medicaid expansion. Rachel?
Brock, thank you. It's Friday night in fall, so that means many are thinking about football, but there's also